I'm pretty sure this is set up properly, but if not, my bad. Regardless, welcome to the stream now. Ranger21 has announced, I'm afraid it's been 9 years. You guys are very impatient today. At the same time, I can't really blame you. I'm sorry that I had to reschedule this stream from its original time, but I had real life things come up, and unfortunately, they took precedence, so not much I can really do about that. But, yeah, I'm here now. It's nice to be here. I'm glad I didn't have to cancel tonight. I did want to be able to do this, so... It's nice to see you all. Welcome to the stream. How I'm going to do this, I'm not really sure, to be honest, because, they took precedence. No, precedence. Precedence. So can we consider this the latest that Late Moe has ever been? You need to come up with a new joke. Respectfully. Because I do my best to come here on time. It's not particularly polite to continuously make fun of somebody for being a minute or two late. Although in this case, like I said, things came up, so I couldn't really do much about it. President's, this memo is going straight to... No. This is just a thing, you know? This is just a thing. Don't worry about it too much. I don't really remember how I'm gonna format this. That's the main problem. Because I was thinking about it before I even got here, and now it's like, what was I gonna do? I think I remember how to do MLA format. That's like the standard one, right? Okay, let's see. I know there's like 4 things on the side, and then you have to indent the paragraphs a certain way, and then MLA or Chicago? Who the fuck formats something in Chicago? We don't do that around here. We're not gonna do that tonight. I can't actually see my keyboard because my mic's in the way, but I can type without looking at it, so we're fine. I think most people can. I'm pretty sure most people can, so it's fine. The MLA setting is under format. Isn't that cheating to use that? Is it under there? I always just did it manually. What program is that? You're kidding, right? You're kidding, right? 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 Okay, bro. Okay. Fuck. How do I do this? How do I format this in MLA again? This is Google Docs. I thought everybody did their essays in Google Docs. Can't you tell it's Google Docs? Do you guys not use Google Docs for anything? Really? Insert. Should be a header option. Header. And then it's gonna be... I think that's how it goes, and then it's supposed to be over on this side. How do I do that again? I think it's alignment option. Ratman is given 10 here to say thank you, Madam President, for calling off the Billboard kill team tonight and would be arrested again. I'm sorry you got arrested for that, bro. Thank you for your sacrifice. You're a hero. You're a hero out there. It's gonna be okay, bro. Alright, there we go. I'm pretty sure I set this up properly. I need to look up how to do the side on the left. It's like class, name, date, and isn't there like one more thing? Or I think so. And the date was like 11. It's like day, month, year, right? 11. It's 18 November 20. I think that's how it's set up. Teacher. Wait, teacher? Teacher. Who's my teacher? Are any of you guys qualified to teach? I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm not sure though. We're figuring this out together, don't worry. Life. Life. I think that's correct. and then do middle, and we're gonna do a title. So I have to think about what do I want to write a report on today. You would think that I would have this correct. Oh, right. I also have to do this. You have to do 12 point times New Roman, I think. There we go. 12 times New Roman. Alright. We're off to a good start. How could you not use month, day, year? Because this is Vimole format. I'm like 90% sure. I'm like 10% sure that I'm doing this the right way. Stable economics graph. I know military uses day, month, year. It does make sense, but we're American out here, so we do month, day, year. I don't even think I did that properly for that, though. We're gonna pretend I didn't say anything. I thought you'll show me a World War II report office style. You have very high expectations of me. Why? Do you want me to do it that way? I don't think it particularly matters however I format it. I'm not really sure. It's about the contents of the writing. It's not about the format of the writing. The writing format is just to make it look a little nicer and a little cleaner. But ultimately, it's just about how you present it in a professional manner. After all, we use MLA more than we use that sort of formatting, don't we? What kind of report am I making? I'm trying to figure that out right now with myself. I had a lot of time to think about that, but unfortunately I wasn't able to come up with a good answer. What is this report about? An upcoming PowerPoint stream? No, because if it was an upcoming PowerPoint stream, I would be doing it in PowerPoint. But this is Word. There's actually no functional purpose of this stream. This is simply because I want to write a report. That's all it is. I wouldn't worry about the details too much. But, however, I will give you a very compelling point. Do not worry. Chicago 5th edition was the citation style we used for our history BA program. Well, that's history, though. That's history. Don't sweat the details. Let's see. I wanna write... Could do something historical. Do I want to write about history? You can hear the brain gears clicking together right now, but it's okay. Once I actually think of a subject, then I'll be able to go quickly. We can write something lighthearted at first. Let's go with famous horses in battle. I guess we'll go with that. For now, we'll start with that. The history of horse violence. Oh, fuck. I need to do a new paragraph. I think it's all like this. Set up like this. Let me just do that. Maybe I can do that. Possibly. There we go. I think that's how you do it. But then you have to do a half-inch indent from there to start a new paragraph. That's how we do it out here. Sergeant Reckless better be in there. I've already made a video about Sergeant Reckless. Do you know how many people come up to me and are like, Tomoe, have you heard about Sergeant Reckless? Have you heard about this horse? Have you heard about that horse? The thing is, I've made videos about most of that stuff, and I've done a lot of research on horses, so the answer is most likely yes. If you think it's horse related, I've probably heard about it from somebody. Probably like 10 months ago, to be honest. People bring those things to me pretty often, so I've heard about it from the very beginning, honestly. But yeah, don't worry about it. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but yeah. Is this including horse-on-horse violence? This is for the report? I would have to pull up sources. I can't pull up sources for this, man. That's going into way too much detail. This is just off the top of my head. Let me see what I can remember based off of what I've studied about horses. But it has to be, so note for doing these, it's typically 5 to 6 sentences, and then you have to write a hook, and you have to write your thesis at the end of the first paragraph, if I remember correctly. Footnotes or endnotes? I don't think you use footnotes when you're doing this sort of writing, do you? Primary and secondary sources will help you write an argumentative essay. It should be fine. It should be fine. Yeah, it should be a thesis, not a... God damn it. I'm gonna lose it, man. Alright. Yeah. Oh god. I'm thinking really hard. What do you mean, still are feral? Those keys are liable to break. It's a mechanical keyboard. It should be fine. The domestication of the horse. Nah, man. Horses aren't domesticated. Am I being that violent with my keyboard? I'm sorry. I need to remove this now. We should be fine. Trying to think of a proper thesis. I'm sorry. Right, let's give him 1.9 and carrots to say Tomoe leaking state secrets in the horse court ASMR. It's fine, it's fine. Let's give him 5k to say salutations, Miss Tomoe. I regret that I cannot stay for the stream, but please accept this small token of appreciation for your efforts. Thank you. Don't worry, we be typing. Undercover Weeb is announced. Your keyboard will be okay, and thanks for the smiles. Don't worry, bro. We're gonna get this essay together. I really like to help put my BA in history, minor in anthropology in use. It sounds like you know a lot of interesting stuff. I am curious about what you know. Probably have a lot of cool history things that you could share. I want to learn more about history. The introduction of horses to America through the Columbian Exchange? Why isn't this report in font size 12? It should be. This first part is. I guess I fucked up that. 2 times line space? Oh yeah, that was a thing too. I knew I was forgetting something else. The text seemed like it was too close together. How do I add the line spacing again? Let me, fix this real quick. So that's fine. But the line spacing, that's double. There we go. That's much better. Much better. I don't know if I'm like speaking from the the view of men or horses right now. This is MLA? Yes, this is MLA. For the most part. I don't know if I did this part correctly up here. Go with horses? Of course, of course, of course. In design class, we always had to do 11 point. We're told not to use times, Comic Sans, or Helvetica. Papyrus didn't get banned till I enrolled. What's wrong with Papyrus? How did horses? How'd you get horses to go their way? Why is it not converting to the right font? Shit. Fuck. Sorry, we only have 2 hours to submit this report, so we gotta be on top of this. You know, usually when I write these, I do like an outline of what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna just wing this shit. I need to cite a source, that's right. Type faster? I'm not. What? The lesson. If I write Y, then it's going to end up being a longer sentence. What do you mean? Well, it's going to be too long of a sentence. Fine, I'll redo my thesis. Why don't you go back it up with a source? How do I make this convincing? I gotta think about this. Oh gosh. It's really hard to come up with a compelling argument. But gosh, I gotta make a good point. Put it in your thesis statement, the last statement of the first paragraph. I know what a thesis statement is, goddammit. I think that's how you do it. I think so. I think so. Okay. The year, the work, and page? Motherfucker, don't correct me if you haven't even seen what I have up there. Motherfucker. I think so. I think you might be able to set it up that way. You can only use that citation as a shorthand for citing the same source in full earlier. That's where you're wrong, actually, because you can cite it like that, and then at the bottom of your works, well, when you do your works cited page, you're able to put the full citation, which will refer to the author properly, I believe. I'm pretty sure, at least. I haven't done this in a while, but I vaguely remember that. Then again, I could be totally wrong. It's entirely possible. I'm gonna have to build a stronger paragraph. This is kind of all over the place. Hello to you too. Welcome to the stream. I think there should be. Why is it not indenting? Okay. Have I started using my TA? No, I haven't yet. Although I should be. That's a good point. I have started looking into it. Don't worry. Courseology 101? Yeah. If you're a TA is tuition assistance, military tuition assistance. I am not a TA by, I don't think I'm the right TA, not the one you're thinking of. I'm thinking really hard right now, I swear. I don't even know how long this is gonna end up being. I'm only 30 minutes into writing right now. I'm gonna have to like go through and revise. This is just the first draft. first draft horse, yes. Used? Utilized. What else was it? Just did a whole video about this a couple months ago. At what point do we start calling this a manifesto? What are you talking about? It's not that bad. Oh dear, oh dear. It's like we're writing a report together. I've never written so much bullshit before. You know when you have like a certain word count you have to do for like an essay, so you just write like a bunch of fluff in there? I feel like that's what I'm doing right now. Also, I need to adjust my header. 1 second. I feel like I'm missing another component. Headers and footers. That shouldn't be it. What an interesting paper. You said it, bro. You said it. Don't worry, we're gonna get through this. Page numbers? Yeah. Oh, there it is. So that's what it's for. Okay. I did it. I did it properly. Let's go. Filling fluff on essays or report is a must? Yes. Without any citations, they might think about it as well. It's okay. It's important to think about all the components. This should be like this. Indent, and there we go. Thank you for your patience in these trying times. trying to think, because there's like a certain way you have to write these things. I already forgot what my main point of this was. Because it's weird when you're not writing something, because normally when you write essays you have like a lot of sources that you have to combine in order to make arguments and formulate a point, and you'll have like a certain amount of sources that you want to implement per paragraph, which is why you need to do an outline first and then think about what quotes that you would like to pull from different sorts of material in order to make a strong statement and defend your side. Is this an argumentative essay or an expository? I think it's supposed to be an argumentative essay. I may have lost my way a bit. Lost in the hay a little bit. Many officers probably do. Also future lawyers. I'm not an officer, I'm enlisted. Silly. So silly. Hi there, am I late? You're not late at all. We're just writing together. Trying to regather my thoughts. Like I said, I've never written like this where I'm just kind of winging it. reminds me. I think these are supposed to be italicized. I'm not citing this properly at all. History is social science and sources. This is very educational, isn't it though? This is the stupidest shit I've written in a long time. Do I have a full-size keyboard? I do. I don't know why people like keyboards without a numpad. I have a numpad. Don't worry about it. Although I never use it. What on earth have I walked into? We're writing an important paper. My bad. What? Oh, everything's going good. Don't worry about it. is it called a transporter? You know, like the back part of the truck? Yeah. It's hard to read and stream? Whoa, what do you mean by that? I realize I'm like thinking too hard about writing and I'm actually forgetting to talk. I'm sorry, bro. I get like super fixated on my words. I get lost in the process. What processed? This is giving me advanced brain rot right now. Where did I even start with this? Is the citation in the horse manual style? What do you mean? don't have a citation for this. Yeah, yeah. We don't need any citations right now. We got this, guys. We got this. I got this. I'm already on page 3. How the fuck do you guys struggle to write essays? It's easy. It's easy. All you have to do is write. Come on, just write them. How hard could it be? I mean, I'm not even having a hard time. Send me your work when you're done. I'll check. I feel like you're gonna correct everything, and then you're gonna write in red pen at the top. I don't want to deal with that, bro. I can't go through that again. Believe it or not, I was pretty good at English when I was able to actually, like, you know, think. Just BS, it's easy. Yeah. So we can't use ourselves as primary sources. It was a different time. It was a different time. I don't know what university you went to, but writing argumentative essays is a precise science. Bro, I haven't written a fucking essay in years. I haven't written one in years. Why are you criticizing me? Aww. Slow typer. Nah, it's no biggie. I don't know why my model keeps doing that. I don't know what's going on right now. Worst literacy has really gone down. I know. I know. did I call it again? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you come up with the words on the spot? Yes, I did. I did. I'm not really thinking that hard right now. Just kind of seeing what comes to mind. Is it called again? Speaking of which, let's try some more. I don't know how many words I'm up at. We're simply doing what we can. That's all that matters. Not too bad. 4 pages, not too bad. You want me to post this when it's done? I guess. It's really shitty though. Can't do strike through in this. Fuck. Let's see, what else? We could work on it together? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm so confused. This isn't meant to be a serious thing. We're just here to relax. Contractions? Oh, sorry. It doesn't matter if you use contractions. Yes, very serious. that might be all. I think that might be all. Let's see what we've written up here. The history of horse violence. For thousands of years, horses have been our companions on the battlefield. However, things weren't always this simple. There was once a point in our history where horses were widely feral and we had yet to disrupt their natural way of life. This was all ruined by human interference. That is to say, horses were able to roam freely, and this was put to an abrupt end by the savagery of mankind. Without the interference of humans, we as horses would have advanced more as a civilization by being permitted to horse around without restraint. It all began one fateful day thousands of years ago, when man first came into contact with horses. The events of this time would lay the foundation for what most would perceive as a beautiful friendship. According to the Public Horse Health Administration, we never wanted anything they had to offer, not their sugar cubes nor their apples. We simply longed for freedom. So many horses have suffered senselessly due to their selfish and violent ways. Horsing 1011. Originally, horses were herded off of cliffs for the consumption of their meat, which were thought to be nutrient-rich. Only humans benefited from this arrangement, but eventually they came to understand that horses held a greater benefit yet. Their speed on the battlefield would offer warriors an upper hand against their adversaries, and came to be coveted by all. Until recent times, horses belonged predominantly to the lower class, and the wealthy had motor vehicles. In recent times, however, the tables have turned. The shift towards a more mechanized society has changed the widely perceived value of horses as more and more individuals sought out different means of transportation. Not only that, but they also became less utilized for farm work, entertainment, and war. Yet the college-educated scholar never thought to ask, how does this make the horse feel? Perhaps from the very beginning they are aware of the answer. Still, more and more continue to replace their horses, and now only the upper class keep them close at hand. One must wonder then what the future of equine kind will be. Should they continue to be replaced at their current rate, it's projected that horses will be extinct sometime within the next 3 years. Horses remain confined to small pastures, and despite their efforts at retaliation, all attempts have resulted in crippling loss. As put by General Mare, to crush the shackles of oppression, we need to act fast. May every man who wishes to take from the horse be met with a hoof to the ribs. They've abused our kindness for far too long. The time to get even, it's now, is it not? Horsebound monthly. Speeches from General Mare have inspired a new generation of horse soldiers to fight for their freedom and deal a crushing blow to humanity. The main issue lies within the fact that at present resources are scarce and they lack the necessary funding. This is where the Volunteer Horse Association comes into play. Founded in 1933, the Volunteer Horses Association began as a small group of horses who were cast out of professional racing due to broken legs. During their transport to the glue factory, they managed to get the sleep-deprived truck driver to crash their vehicle by slamming their bodies against the side of the transport area. This permitted them the opportunity to escape together, and through their shared traumatic experience, they formed a brotherhood that served as a foundation for their association. It brought horses facing similar hardships together whose bonds were thicker than any glue stick. What the Volunteer Horse Association managed to accomplish from their time of founding to the present surprises horse scholars to this day. They've run from east coast to west, spreading their word, and in 1956, one of their leaders by the name of Henry Horsey wrote a book titled Something in Horse English. It's been translated into numerous languages since then, though still nobody is quite sure of what the title was intended to be, as no language has any words that are even remotely close to it, or even at all. Yes. Nevertheless, this book was distributed nationwide as a bestseller and came to inspire horse girls to stand as an ally to the oppressed equine. Finally, they had an ally amongst enemies, a spy of sorts that would allow them to infiltrate the ranks of their oppression. This became more important in later years when humans began to wisen up and realize that their horses weren't content with being used and thrown away any longer. More and more horses were vanishing overnight, and no longer were they willing to buy that the horses were simply being spirited away by some sort of horse phantom or whatever they were told by the police at the time. Fences were reinforced, rations from the outside were cut, and stable hands incapable of serving as horse spies were replaced. This served as a considerable setback for the horses, yet the Volunteer Horse Association didn't lose heart. Nay, they ended up doubling down in their efforts and bolstered up the means of being able to expand their reach overseas. As it turned out, similar struggles were faced by horses of foreign nations. All horses were domesticated roughly at the same time, which meant they were all itching to attain an opportunity to acquire freedom. Hearing that they'd have a chance in America, many began to sneak onto cargo ships after poisoning the wells of their owner and slipping away within the dead of night. According to Wikipedia, horse is just that special sort of language that you can understand no matter where you are in the world, much like laughter. You merely need a fundamental grasp of it and you're all set. Wikipedia 505. This made their transition in joining the Volunteer Horse Association as smooth as the water that they collectively refused to drink. The addition of these forces allowed the initial setback that caused it to transpire to no longer hold the same weight, meaning that the horses were permitted to proceed unhindered in their rebellion. Orchards were overrun by indignant equines, stables were seized as strongholds, and every single field growing carrots across the nation eventually came to fall into the hand of horse hooves. All of this and more, of course, can be attributed to the Volunteer Horse Association. In modern times, they operate in conjunction with the U.S. horse military and continue to stockpile resources for the impending great battle that will decide the future of equine kind. All this began with the dream of 3 young horses that the world had given up on. Now here we stand united with the firm belief that horses will once more be free. Humans have handled them carelessly and replaced them as best friends with dogs, meaning that all bets are off and we've nothing left to lose. I implore all of you reading this now to consider what you can do to aid the horses in their cause. Inaction is not an option, for to turn a blind eye to the suffering of these people would be an evil greater than any other. In conclusion, horses deserve more. "48 times. What did I do? Yeah, I meant to say capable there. 139784 has given 12 carrots to say. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So not doing anything is worse than doing evil. You know, some people might say as much. That's all I have though. This was all I intended to write. This is my report. I don't know if I'll get a good grade on it. I'm not sure. I did my best. I did my best to make it proper. There's 3 nameless horse heroes we had to recognize. I mean, Henry Horsey is one of them. The other 2 don't have names though. Or at least I didn't state them in this report because I couldn't think of any horse names off the top of my head. So, in conclusion, that's how you bullshit a paper. You guys have no excuse for not being able to do that. I'm so sorry for this though. I didn't have anything that I actually wanted to give a report on. If I do though, eventually I'll have to like come up with proper citations and stuff. I did not cite anything correctly, but that's because I don't remember how to do proper citations. Normally, at the bottom, you would add a works cited page and, you know, throw all that together, but normally I would, have that up on the side. For my major, I'm not really writing papers, so, yeah. I guess that's all. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this, though. This was really weird, but I think it was fun. I think it was pretty fun. 1 out of 5, 6, 7, 8 is given 5 carrots to say, listen, that is all well and good, but at the end of the day, horses are still work animals, and they don't have thumbs. But you see, One of the most beautiful aspects of life is the fact that we're able to work for the things that we want. I think there's no shame in being a work animal, because isn't it better to work in this world than not work at all? Especially if you have the option to, fight for the things you want. You have the freedom to do that, and that's something people take for granted. You can choose what kind of future you have. You just have to be willing to put in the effort and fight for it. And I think that's awesome. I think that's really awesome. But that's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm gonna go drink water and relax now. So you guys have a good rest of your night, okay? Thank you very much for coming by and watching me write up a super official document report thingy. That was really cool of you. Can you do a report on goofy horse behavior? Perhaps another day. Perhaps another day. Also, yeah, I can type really fast if I know what I want to say. For those of you who doubted me. How dare you? Lighting Fire has announced the horses have it easy. I work all day so the horse can work 3 hours. I don't know any horse that only works for 3 hours. You're just making it up. There's no way. There's no way. Have a lovely night though, everybody. Thank you again. Thank you again. I'll see you around. I do have a stream tomorrow, but it's members only. It's my first members only stream. So I'll see members tomorrow. The rest of you, I'll be releasing the schedule most likely on Monday, or perhaps sooner. Honestly, I already have it all done. Maybe tomorrow or Monday. So it'll be out soon. Take care though. Yup.